Good morning and welcome students. Here is Priyanka Rai, your geography teacher, and today we will discuss about the transport and communication, the 8th chapter of your NCERT geography book. In the last class we was discussed about the roadways, and today we will discuss about the railways. So here it is. Railways is the most applicable mode of land transport for bulky goods and passengers over a long distance, and the railways are some gauges. That gauges are four types, like the roughly classified as the broad gauge, more than 1.5 meter, and standard gauge 1.44 meter, meter gauge 1 meter, and smaller gauges also. The standard gauge is used in the UK only. Here are some distribution of railways over the world. First of all, the Europe has one of the most dense railway network in the world, and there are about 440,000 kilometers of railways, most of which is double or multiple tracked. And second is Russia. Russia's railways account for about 90% of the country's total transport, with the very dense network west of the Urals. Moscow is the most important railway heads, with the major lines radiating to different parts of the country, vast geographical areas. Third is the North America. North America has one of the most extensive railway networks, accounting for nearly 40% of the world's total. And the contrast to many European countries, the railways are used more for the long distance bulky freight like the ores, grains, timber, machinery than for the passengers. And last of all, we have to talk about our continent, that is Asia. Asia's railway network is the most dense in the thickly populated areas of Japan, China, and India. Other countries have relatively few rail routes, and West Asia is the least developed in the railway facilities because of the vast deserts and sparsely populated regions. Next, we talked about the most important railway routes, the Trans-Siberian Railway and the Trans-Canadian Railway. So the Trans-Siberian Railway, this is a Trans-Siberian Railway's major rail route of Russia, runs from the St. Petersburg in the west, and these railways are passing through, look at this map, the Chita, Angorsk, Novosibirsk, Omsk, Kazan, Moscow, and St. Petersburg. So it is helped in opening up the Asian region of the West European markets, and it runs across the Ural Mountains and the Yenisei River's Chita is its important agro center of the Irkutsk. Next is the Trans-Canadian Railways. This type of rail, this is a 7,050 kilometer long railway line in Canada, runs from the Halifax in the east and the Vancouver on the Pacific coast, passing through the Montreal, Ottawa, Winnipeg, and the Calgary. It was constructed in 1886, initially as part of an agreement to make the British Columbia on the west coast join the Federation of the States. Apart from these two railway lines, there is another railway line, is the Australian Transcontinental Railway. This railway line runs west coast across the southern part of the continent, from the Perth on the west coast. This is the west coast. You will look at that map, and the east coast passing through the Calgary and Broken Hill and the Port Australia. Another major is the north-south, connects the Alice Spring and the to be joined further to Darwin and Birdham line. Hope so my knowledge will help you. to understand the railway routes of over the world. Thank you. Have a nice day.